Have you ever walked into a store to buy just one thing and somehow left with five? Or opened Amazon to order a phone charger, only to find yourself checking out with headphones, a desk lamp, and a coffee mug you never planned to buy? If so, you're not alone. Every day, millions of people spend money on things they never intended to purchase. And surprisingly, it's not because they're bad with money. It's because the human brain wasn't designed to make perfect financial decisions. In fact, companies spend billions of dollars every year studying one thing: how your brain works. They know what catches your attention. They know what creates urgency. They know how colors, music, discounts, and even product placement influence your decisions. And most of the time, you don't even realize it's happening. The truth is, spending money isn't just about math. It's about psychology. Understanding why we spend is often more important than simply learning how to budget. Because once you understand what's happening inside your mind, you become much harder to influence. In this video, we'll explore the psychology behind spending, the hidden triggers that encourage unnecessary purchases, and practical ways to make smarter financial decisions. Let's begin. Reason number 1. Your brain loves instant rewards. Imagine this. You see something you've wanted for weeks. You click buy now. Almost immediately, you feel excited. That feeling isn't random. When we expect a reward, our brain releases chemicals involved in motivation and pleasure, including dopamine. It's important to understand that dopamine doesn't simply make us enjoy buying things. It also motivates us to seek rewards and repeat behaviors that feel satisfying. That's one reason shopping can feel exciting, especially online. Every notification, every flash sale, every package arriving at your door creates another opportunity for your brain to anticipate a reward. The problem is, that excitement usually fades much faster than the credit card bill. Many purchases provide temporary satisfaction, but very little long-term value. This doesn't mean buying something nice is always a mistake. The key is learning the difference between something you genuinely value and something you're buying simply because your brain wants a quick reward. One helpful strategy is the 24-hour rule. If you feel the urge to buy something that isn't essential, wait one full day before making the purchase. You'll often discover that the excitement fades, and your decision becomes much clearer. Reason number 2. We buy with emotion, then justify with logic. Here's something that surprises many people. Most purchasing decisions begin emotionally, not logically. Think about the last time you bought something expensive. Maybe it was a new phone, a watch, new clothes, or a gadget. You probably had practical reasons, but emotions often influence the decision first. Maybe you wanted to celebrate an achievement. Maybe you were stressed after a difficult week. Maybe you simply wanted to feel successful. After the purchase, your brain starts building logical explanations. I needed an upgrade. It was on sale. I'll use it every day. Sometimes those reasons are completely valid, but sometimes they're simply helping us feel better about an emotional decision. That's why advertisers rarely focus only on product features. Instead, they sell confidence, success, comfort, status, belonging, and happiness. The product is often just the vehicle. The emotion is what truly drives the sale. The next time you're about to buy something, pause for a moment and ask yourself one simple question. Am I solving a real problem or responding to a temporary emotion? That single question can help you avoid many unnecessary purchases. We've covered 2 powerful psychological reasons why people spend money they don't need to spend. But the next trigger is even more influential, because it affects almost every purchase you make, often without you realizing it. Let's continue. Reason number 3. Your environment is designed to make you spend. Have you ever noticed how difficult it is to leave a grocery store with only the items on your shopping list? That's not an accident. Retail stores are carefully designed to influence your behavior. Essential items like milk, eggs, and bread are often placed toward the back of the store. To reach them, you walk past dozens of products you never intended to buy. At the checkout counter, you'll often find candy, drinks, magazines, and small accessories. These are known as impulse purchases. They're placed where you're most likely to make quick decisions. Online shopping works the same way. Customers also bought. Only 2 left in stock. Limited time offer? These messages are carefully designed to create urgency and reduce the time you spend thinking. Before you know it, you've added something to your cart that wasn't even on your mind 5 minutes earlier. One simple way to reduce impulse spending is to shop with a list and stick to it. When shopping online, avoid saving your payment information. Adding one extra step before checkout gives your brain more time to think instead of reacting automatically. Reason number 4, we compare ourselves to other people. Imagine your neighbor buys a brand new luxury SUV. A few weeks later, you start thinking about replacing your perfectly good car. Did your old car suddenly stop working? Probably not. What changed? Was your perception. Humans naturally compare themselves with others. Social media has made this even more powerful. Every day we're exposed to carefully selected moments of other people's lives. Luxury vacations, designer clothes, beautiful homes, expensive restaurants. What we rarely see are the loans, the credit card debt, or the financial stress behind those purchases. Comparison can quietly turn satisfaction into dissatisfaction. Instead of appreciating what we already have, we begin chasing someone else's lifestyle. Financially successful people often focus less on impressing others and more on building long-term security. The next time you feel pressure to upgrade something, ask yourself, do I truly need this, or am I comparing my life to someone else's? That one question can help you make decisions based on your goals, not someone else's highlight reel. Reason number 5, discounts can trick your brain. Imagine walking into a store and seeing a sign that says, 50% off, today only. Your first thought might be, I'm saving money. But are you? If you weren't planning to buy the item in the first place, you didn't save 50%. You spent 50%. Our brains naturally focus on the discount, instead of asking whether we actually needed the product. This is why limited time sales, countdown timers, and special offers are so effective. They create a fear of missing out. Psychologists often refer to this as loss aversion. People tend to feel the pain of missing an opportunity more strongly than the satisfaction of making a careful decision. Businesses understand this. That's why many promotions emphasize what you might lose if you don't buy now. Instead of asking, how much am I saving? Try asking, would I still buy this if it were full price? If the answer is no, you probably don't need it. Sometimes the smartest financial decision isn't finding the best deal. It's choosing not to buy at all. We've uncovered 5 powerful psychological triggers that influence spending every day, but the final 2 may be the most important because they affect your financial future for years, not just today. Let's continue. Reason number 6, lifestyle inflation happens quietly. Imagine you get a raise at work. At first, you're excited. You tell yourself you'll save more money. But a few months later, you have a nicer apartment, a more expensive car payment, more subscription services, and dinners at restaurants that used to feel like a special occasion. Your income increased, but so did your lifestyle. This is known as lifestyle inflation. As people earn more, their spending often rises right along with their income. There's nothing wrong with enjoying the rewards of hard work. The problem begins when every increase in income is matched by an increase in expenses. Over time, this can make it surprisingly difficult to build savings or invest for the future. One helpful habit is to pay your future self first. Whenever your income increases, consider saving or investing part of that increase before adjusting your lifestyle. That way, your wealth can grow along with your income, not just your monthly expenses. Reason number 7, small purchases. Feel small, but they add up. Imagine spending just $10 a day on things you don't truly need. A specialty coffee, a snack, an impulse purchase online. $10 doesn't sound like much, but over 1 year, that's more than $3,600. And that's before considering what that money could have earned if it had been saved or invested. The point isn't to stop enjoying life's small pleasures, it's to become intentional. Financial success isn't usually determined by one big decision. It's often shaped by hundreds of small choices repeated over time. Every purchase is a vote for the kind of financial future you're creating. The question isn't, can I afford this today? A better question is this purchase aligned with my long-term goals? That simple shift in thinking can completely change your spending habits. Practical strategies to spend more intentionally. Understanding the psychology of spending is only the first step. The real progress comes from changing your habits. Before buying something that isn't essential, pause. Give yourself time to think. Create a shopping list before entering a store. Avoid shopping when you're bored, stressed, or emotional. Unsubscribe from promotional emails that constantly tempt you with sales. Track your spending each week, not to judge yourself, but to understand your patterns. Awareness is one of the most powerful financial tools you have. The more aware you become, the easier it becomes to make decisions based on your goals instead of your emotions. We've explored 7 psychological reasons why people buy things they don't really need. Now, the most important question is, how do you turn this knowledge into lasting financial change? Let's finish with a simple action plan that can help you build healthier money habits for the future. A simple action plan to take back control. By now, you've probably realized something important. Your biggest financial challenge may not be your income. It may be the decisions you make every single day. The encouraging news is that every spending habit can be changed, not overnight, but one decision at a time. Here's a simple 4-step plan you can start today. Step 1. Pause before you purchase. The next time you want to buy something that isn't essential, don't buy it immediately. Wait 24 hours. For larger purchases, wait at least 72 hours. Giving yourself time creates space between emotion and action. Very often, you'll realize you didn't really want the item after all. Step 2. Give every dollar a purpose. Instead of wondering where your money went at the end of the month, decide where it will go before the month begins. Plan for your needs. Plan for your savings. Plan for your goals. And leave room for enjoyment too. A budget isn't about restricting your life. It's about making intentional choices with your money. Step 3. Make saving automatic. One of the easiest ways to build wealth is to remove the need to make the same decision every month. If possible, set up an automatic transfer to your savings account each payday. Even small amounts can grow over time through consistency. When saving becomes automatic, you're far less likely to spend that money impulsively. Step 4. Focus on progress, not perfection. Everyone makes purchases they later regret. Everyone. The goal isn't to become perfect. The goal is to become more aware. If you make one smarter financial decision today than you made yesterday, you're moving in the right direction. Over weeks, months, and years, those small improvements can lead to meaningful financial progress. Final thoughts. Money is emotional. It's connected to comfort, security, freedom, and sometimes even our identity. That's why changing spending habits isn't just about learning financial tips. It's about understanding yourself. The more you understand your own behavior, the easier it becomes to make decisions that support the future you truly want. Remember, companies spend billions of dollars trying to influence your buying decisions. But once you recognize those influences, you begin to take that power back. Financial success rarely comes from one lucky investment, one perfect budget, or one life-changing paycheck. More often, it comes from thousands of small, intentional decisions made consistently over time. Every dollar you spend tells a story. The question is your money building the future you want, or simply funding temporary satisfaction? That decision is yours, and it begins with the very next purchase you make. Thank you for watching. If you found this video valuable, consider subscribing to Finance Insight for more practical, evidence-based personal finance content designed to help you make smarter financial decisions. If this video made you think differently about spending, let us know in the comments. What's one spending habit you're going to change starting today? Until next time, spend with purpose, save with intention, and invest in the future version of yourself.